Hey everyone. So I wanted to come on just to have a quick video to explain how I built the Harley Benton DIY jazz bass. So it was kind of a bit of a project, bit of a fun project I thought I'd just take up, and then I spotted that Thomann were doing a thing called the DIY kit challenge, which essentially is giving you like a month to build your own DIY kit and then try and make something a bit custom. So I'll show you what I have real quick, where I am right now. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm kind of consider it semi-finished. There's still things I'd like to do for it, but get this thing shown here. So there it is in all its glory. A bit of dust and stuff on it and fingerprints because it's nearly impossible to keep clean, but I try my best. So it's hard to get all in shot, but looking up here, we have the headstock, which I painted black on the front. Kind of have that kind of going around the edge a small bit as well to keep that kind of blending around. As you can see as well, I've kind of created my own custom logo and put like a bit of a decal here for the jazz bass as well, something a bit custom, make it my own. And you'll spot the red silks up here. That's off the GHS Flea Signature Bass Boomers. So a really nice string, which I was really looking forward to getting on my jazz bass, make it close to that Chili Peppers sound. Yep. Other things to note would be the color. So this is Audi car paint, gunmetal grey. I can't remember the actual code, but I could always put that in a link below. I really like it. I think it has this real kind of muted color, but when the light hits it well, which I'm not sure if you can see in this video, it's got like a nice kind of speckled, kind of metallic kind of finish, which I really like. Yeah, so that's that. And another thing you'll notice here as well is it has the black pickguard. So I got a white pickguard with this, and I looked everywhere to try and get a matching black one because I thought it would work better with these colors and to have that black headstock and whatever. So I went online and I have a few here. So I got myself this one, which is supposed to fit a Fender jazz bass. I'm not sure if you can see it there in this, but it's supposed to fit a Fender jazz bass. That didn't fit. It was way off. And then I bought this one. It's a Harley Benton jazz bass pickguard. So I assumed this being a Harley Benton DIY kit, this being a Harley Benton jazz bass pickguard, it would work. No, the hole isn't aligned properly. To put this on, you have to drill a new hole for the pickup, which I really didn't want to go through for the sake of just changing it to a black pickguard. And a few other things, the holes didn't line up and things like that. I reached out to Harley Benton. They got back saying they apologized that they didn't have it matching and they don't have any plans to change that in the future, and they don't have a black pickguard for the DIY kit. So all of that being said, I had to find a new way around that, and I decided just to paint it. So I painted it black and put a clear coat on top of it as well, and I think it came out pretty well. For now, I imagine at some point that's going to chip off and whatever, and at that stage I might just repaint it, or I don't know, find some other thing to do with it. But that's where I am right now with that. Another main thing you'll see here, pretty striking feature, is the bridge cover. So this is the old Fender vintage bridge cover. No real reason for me having this here other than stylistic stuff. I know you can put a foam in there. I'm not really planning on doing that right now, but it was really just kind of a stylistic choice. Little thing to take into consideration here is this didn't fit with the bridge that came with the kit, so I needed to get a old Fender bridge, which my uncle thankfully had lying around, and he gave it to me, so that was big thanks to Danny for that. And so that works nicely now, and it fits pretty smoothly, pretty flush. I'm not getting any buzz or anything like that. Nothing's hitting inside, so I'm happy with that. Any other major features? Not really. Just upgraded the machine heads as well. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier. I'm just getting that whole black vibe up the top, and that's pretty much it. Anything else major that I needed to tell you about? Oh yeah, so these guys, the knobs, I wanted to upgrade these to be more of the Fender classic style. I bought the pieces, the Fender official pieces. I didn't know at the time. I'm new to build. This is my first bass I've ever built. I've been playing bass for a little while, but this is the first one I built. I didn't realize there's two different styles of knobs, so watch out for that if you're also a newbie like me. So this style is the split knob, I think they're called. So it's kind of, watch out for that, split knurled knobs. So that's what these are. It's push on, push off, but pull off. But the Fender ones require you to screw in them into place with a set screw. So yeah, they didn't fit. I think I could have made them work, but it would have been a bit janky looking because I'm not really sure what I'm doing. But I think for now, I think it looks pretty good. That'd be something I'd like to work on. Another thing I'd like to work on is the nut. So it comes with a kind of a plastic nut that I'd like to change at some point. Given again my kind of limited knowledge when it comes to this stuff, I didn't really want to risk breaking this, given all the work I've done on it. But I think as time goes on and this starts to wear down and like not do its job anymore, I think I'll look at replacing that. I bought a graphite one, which I think would look pretty nice in here, and obviously it's self-lubricating, so that's something that would be kind of great with it as well. And it all overall, the height of this seems very high for my liking. So yeah, that's something else I'll be looking to upgrade in the future. And that's pretty much it. To be honest, I think overall I've been super happy with this build. It's been a lot of fun. I wouldn't really say there's a few things that like aren't exactly perfect, and maybe that's getting down to me, but you'll notice like the way that fits in here, this spot here, it doesn't fit exactly as nicely as I'd like it to. Again, a bit more skill on my part might make that much better. Oh yeah, one major thing actually that I did, which I can walk you through with maybe photos and stuff of my process, was I curved off all the edges. So as this came as a solid piece of wood when I got it, I wasn't happy with how like kind of rigid the edges were. It kind of was a very straight down cut, with a bit of a rounding off, but not as much as I would have liked. So I essentially spent way too long sanding off all the edges with different grits to get a nice kind of smooth, rounded off finish. And to be honest, it looks great, but also when I'm playing it, if I'm sitting down or whatever, I'm not getting too much digging into my leg or anything like that. So very comfortable to play, and it looks pretty smooth, and I like it. So yeah, having said all of that, is there anything else? The frets, I heard a lot of people saying that the frets came in very kind of sharp and they needed falling down. I, again, not as knowledgeable as other people, but for me this is super smooth. I'm not feeling anything. I can run my fingers along this pretty easy, no problem whatsoever. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm really happy with it, and looking forward to building more of these in future. I really would like Harley Benton to fix that pickguard thing, and also just the whole idea of customizing these, you know? I mean, at least keep it in the Harley Benton range so I can like shop on Harley Benton to get stuff that fits, you know? I think that's as simple as that, you know? So yeah, I'm really happy with it and looking forward to building more of these. So I think the next step for this DIY kit challenge is to show you that it works. It needs to be like original and your own design, and then at the end of the day it needs to work as well. So I'll show you that working just in a second. Okay, thanks for listening to me, and yeah, talk to you soon. Last night these 2 ounces of mushrooms, alright, the other ones are scary. This way or no way, totalitarian. We've got no time for you, looking or breathing how we don't want you to. So step out the queue, it makes examples of you. We know you can say,